like all this stuff is material, right? Like it's not really fulfilling me, and I think that was the why I was chasing it so hard. You know what I mean? Here I am comparing it to crack again. They said they chased that first high. Like I think that's why I was chasing it. I saw these people on TV. It was a goal of mine, and I, wearing suits. I just wanted to wear a suit. Like old friends will tell you, I just wanted to wear a suit. And I realized I was like chasing a high. You know what I mean? And so I started buying equipment and stuff. And I had a YouTube channel a long time ago. And for those that was watching, that remember I was on other people's YouTube channels doing little crazy stuff. Got a whole fan base. Started my own. Started doing my own thing with the workouts. Real crazy. Ended up getting hurt, but none of that was fulfilling, man. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, it wasn't. Like I was having fun, but and that's only at times. I was making myself record, like making myself pull out the camera. I didn't have nothing to record. I didn't know what to do. And then it hit me, man. Like why? In this day and time or day and age as they say, times have changed. Like I have the ability to be whomever I want to be. Like the reason, like I know we see all these shows now, and it's a norm to see reality TV. That's not really reality TV, but it's proven that anybody can hold a camera. I remember what movie was that? The Grudge or something. Like it's so many movies now where people just hold a camera themselves and record it. Like even that Bird Call movie. Like how simple would have that been to make? You know what I mean? How simple would it have been? And I'm not taking anything from the director or actors or anything, but what I am saying is I never knew that that was available to me, right? And it was in my head a little bit to try that, but then I started traveling the world, right? And going to Africa, Japan, Kuwait, Dubai, all these different places. Like I'm going Germany. I remember I walked miles and miles and miles to this castle. I didn't even know where I was going. Ended up at this castle. But doing things like this, I realized that man, I really love this stuff. Like everywhere I went, I would visualize something. I had this picture. It got to the point where I stopped taking pictures because I wanted to keep the picture in here. Like I didn't want to see it. I wanted to remember it. It's weird. It's weird. So call me whatever you want. I think it's a little weird too. But sometimes I don't take pictures because I like what I have up here. But sometimes what I have up here is a little different than what it really is. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. So that's how I got here. And that's why I say I'm a professional in my real world, but I'm hoping to make this my real world. I'm hoping to open a door for others out there. They got something called a bucket list. Now, I don't think I'm old enough to do bucket list yet, but I guess you can start at any time. But so many people I know say their bucket list, what they're going to do when they retire. So, and I look and I listen, and it's weird, but if you ever look up statistics of how many, like how the longevity, and I'm gonna just say for a black man, because that's what I am, African man, the average lifespan is like 67, 69. 67 or 69, and that's retirement age. So you're saving for like I don't understand, and there's nothing to leave behind. So and when I listen to, and I'm just being real with y'all, transparent as I can be. Whenever I watch a video or something on the news where they're talking to someone that's older, like say they make it to 105, whatever, they make it to an older age, they ask them, well, what would you say to other people out there? And they always say something like, live your life, enjoy your life, or live it like it's your last day, something to that extent, right? So I figured, why wait? Why wait? I can do two things at the same time. I love to travel. My wife loves to travel. I got the baby now. I'm sure we're going to get her passport, I think, next week. We're going to fill it out, get her passport. But why not do these things now? What I did for other people, and I would see them change, with professional development, I would see them, smile where they weren't smiling because they thought that, this life, this sucks. What did they do? Why did they take this job? They know why. They have bills, but And I'm not saying people need the job. I'm just saying people like living at a certain level. So, and that provides comfort to them. That's just a reality. But why not do it for myself? Why not push it in myself? Why not evaluate myself and say, look, you're doing this and this is helping you here. This is paying your bills. But why not put a little extra into myself? And that's how I got here. That's how I got here. I was shy about telling you guys because, there's a certain character. Like when you go to work, you put on a certain character, a certain face. Like I know I do. And a lot of the time with that, like here's a quick story. A lot of the time with work, I find that, you do things to make people around you comfortable, right? And they may not realize that this is just a part of your character. But like, for instance, me, when I left work, I needed to sit in my car or lay down or take a shot. Like I needed to separate work from home so that friends, family, would meet me and not work me. You know what I mean? Because work me was, it was a stressful environment. You know what I mean? You're always looking over your shoulder. These people are crazy. Everybody think you competition to them. They think we all going for the same job. I have no idea how, but that's a whole nother conversation. I know people understand that one. But that's the thing I needed to do to separate myself. So now with this, I just want to see where it goes. I want to see what happens. And I'm hoping throughout this journey because I still get a thing for helping people, especially achieve something that may have been a challenge to them. You know what I mean? If I can help someone along their path, like if I see something that may benefit them and I have the ability, oh shoot, my computer, and I have the ability to help them, then I normally will because I like to see people succeed. We get bad news all day. All you have to do is cut on the news and you get a whole shitload of bad news. But when you see somebody actually succeed, and it's a cool thing. I always have this thing where I tell people to define happiness, and it's very difficult, believe it or not. It is when you actually say, is that the definition? Because of that, whatever definition you give, are you fulfilling that definition? If you're saying you're happy, because I know people get it confused with the word content. If you know what that is, they get it confused. But also on this path, I'm hoping, especially with you guys, I'm hoping to motivate other people to do things. Man, I'm so tired of, you meet somebody and they used to be like this runner, like this great runner. And when you see them, the legs hurt now. And they just look like life was taken out of them, because they didn't find something else or change it to something else or just try something else. They didn't think to, even try boating. They just know they didn't like going on boats when they were young. Or they didn't like boats last year. They don't know. They didn't like planes. And I'm tired of it, man, because it's like if you're either living or dying, right? And like I said, if you are not growing, if something is not growing, what is it doing? Life isn't stagnant. Time continues to move. So you're dying. So we have to grow somehow, some way. And that's the talk I gave myself. It is. I told myself if I don't grow, because I can continue to do what I'm doing at work. And now don't get it twisted. I got a great supervisor now, and I think it's some big things happening. And I do get fulfillment out of my job, creating. I like doing that. I'm a huge creator, and I like seeing big things happen. You know what I mean? Especially when they don't think they can happen. I like to make something from nothing. I grew up in a MacGyver age. You dig what I'm saying? But it's time I put into myself. Like I said about that, I used to give. I literally went into work on Saturdays and Sundays when no one was there to do projects. And it gets to a point where you say, for what, right? Now, if I would have did them now with this supervisor, it probably would have equaled something. But nevertheless, I've done this for 17 years, and it's like I'm still fighting for a step increase. You know what I mean? It's like, but with this, I look online and I see one of you guys have shared or, or commented or I got a new subscriber. And that is my motivation. That means something good is happening. I'm hoping you're not only just watching me, but you're entertained. And I'm hoping I'm motivating you to do something. You know what I mean? You may not be daddy of the year, but I'm hoping I motivate you to do something with me. Remember to support the journey. Number one, right? We have merch at thesummerisnow.com. Please go there. Anything you spend there, stuff is pretty cheap. I got the shirts pretty cheap. We got a whole new shitload of shirts that I'm going to be doing here soon. I press them and everything myself, in-house, package them up myself, in-house. I got a whole studio over there that I've set up. We just got to get the screens up and you'll see me pressing your shirts as we do them. I'll go live with that kind of stuff. And also I'm going to be doing either a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter for my movie. So if you want to wait, I'm cool with that. But I want everything to be done with the support of the subscribers. I'm serious because I want you guys' investment. I'm hoping you get out of it what I see. And when you invest yourself into somebody, you invest in something and you see it do something. I always got a huge appreciation from that. It's something you never forget. And I want when you guys see the end result of this, and remember, you can leave comments if you don't feel comfortable with it. Go on Instagram. Everyone knows I always reply on Instagram. I'm working on a YouTube thing, but still try me. I'm getting better. But I want you to see it and know that you had something to do with that. And I want you to see me smile at the end of this year. You know what I mean? My birthday's December 29th. Don't tell anybody. But hopefully at the end of this year, I'll have the biggest cheese on my face. We can all watch the premiere together before hopefully I try to push it to someone, Netflix, YouTube, something. I don't know. I know a lot of you are saying that can't happen, right? But I'm pretty good at networking. You never know. I appreciate you. Support the journey. You dig? I'm out. Let's get back to this beat, man.